Hey, this is Stacy David. If you're into cars or trucks, something cool like this, you need to check out RevNTV.com. They're awesome.
Hey guys, here we are, RevNTV, and we're at the Southeast Trucking Nationals, and I caught up to Tom. It's right here.
You found me.
Yeah, I found him, yes. And you found me, and vice versa. So anyway, we've been hauling our butts around this whole place looking for some really cool stuff, and we still have a few to get. But in the time we have been out looking, well, we ran into a few characters. One of them is this guy right back here, Stacy David.
So I'm pretty excited about this. Long time coming for somebody like me. This guy has been a hero of mine for quite a while. You know, you've seen him on trucks, you've seen him on Gears, and now you're seeing him right here in the flesh.
I don't know about the hero thing.
Hey,
It makes me a little nervous.
From a small town guy with realistic dreams, you're probably the closest thing to an idol we got.
Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Certainly, sir. Thank you for your time with this as
Yeah.
well. So, like, I guess we'll just go right into it. I
Yeah.
mean, we've been looking around the show here. I know you've got your eye on a few things. We've been
Yeah.
looking at this little truck.
Oh my gosh, what a piece of work
I mean,
this is.
thing beautiful from top to bottom.
Yeah, you know, and it's a great body style. You know, I like the 50s body styles as well. I like the square bodies. I like all the C10s. You know, there's just some great stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Something for everyone.
And the cool thing is, I mean, you got this right here, and then look right here, you got a patinaed truck.
Right.
You know, and then
Stark
you square body
contrast.
right there to your left.
Right.
So
A little everything. And then we got a little S10 over here. You know.
yeah, the
Mini
S10s,
trucks and
man.
all. I've seen a lot of them scattered around the grounds here,
And
they're
they
looking
just
good.
disappeared for a while.
They did. I know.
Yeah.
Trying to bring them back.
So what's your favorite?
My favorite
Yeah.
in this building right now
Yeah.
is probably the Madman 70 over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
454
that's nice.
twin turbo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know. Did you see the custom wood in the
I
bed?
did. Yeah.
Pretty cool technique. He told me a little
So,
bit about that.
For you, what is your favorite of the Chevy trucks?
Of the Chevy
if you could only
trucks,
pick one.
If I could only pick one, I'd probably say a 56.
Really? Why a
I like
56?
the big wide fender look.
Yeah.
I've always liked the styling. I've always
See,
liked the curves.
We got
the
more in
look.
common than you thought, man. Because
okay.
the 55, 56, 57 Chevys,
Right.
I've always wanted to do one as a gasser.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And they're just awesome. You just can't find them now. Everybody's
No, I
restored them,
know.
so you can't tear them
Right.
up.
Exactly. It's
But
sad.
although this body style is kind of second, because I've done all the other ones.
Right.
You know.
I do like these a lot as well.
Yeah.
I first learned to drive on a 71 GMC, so I've
Really?
been in old Chevy trucks my whole life, more
Uh-huh.
or less, you know. So I
Now, do
kinda
you like
migrated.
Fords at all, or?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I like
I do
it
too.
all, really. I own more Chevrolets than anything,
Yeah.
but I really can't say there's a lot that I don't like about a good old vehicle in general.
Yeah.
You know, something that was
Especially an
really
old truck.
built. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love the old trucks. I got a little bit of a newer truck now, but I'm still trucking.
Yeah.
You know.
Now you do all your own wrenching, don't you?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your own shop?
Not really, but I do mobile work.
Okay.
So,
You're a mobile mechanic.
yeah.
Okay.
And fortunately, been able to work on some hot rods and some classics and some customs. In the
That's
last
really
few years.
cool.
So I'm trying to really branch out into that. And
How long you been doing that?
just the classics, I started 3 or 4 years ago. I worked
Yeah.
for a classic car lot for a while.
Yeah.
Worked on a lot of different things. Ford, Chevys, old Dodges.
Oh yeah.
stuff
So they
like
just
that.
call you in. It's like, oh, I got an old Camaro. I don't know
I
what
was
to
on
do.
site, so
Yeah.
I mean, they had hundreds of cars on the lot
Yeah,
at any given
yeah.
time. So it's like you don't have downtime. There's always something
Oh,
coming
yeah.
in. There's always something going out.
It's exciting,
There's always
too.
something that was neglected for some amount of time. And
Yeah.
it was like, you know, you never know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not a boring job. But I did that for a while, and then I started getting into kind of the more personal. Meeting people through the car lot, and they were like, "Hey, I've got this. I need some
Yeah.
help with," or "Hey, I've got that. I need some help with." So, being that I came up starting off on carburetors,
Yeah.
points ignition, things like that, I've got an understanding of the old school stuff, and then
Yeah.
I've also got an understanding of the modern stuff. So,
Good. It's important because
Right.
you're going to run into all that.
exactly, especially with
And-
custom cars and trucks
Yeah.
now, people are doing all kinds of crazy swaps.
I see
and they
people
want
going back to
everything work.
carburetors more.
Right.
You know. So yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be up on it.
Because some of the fuel injection they don't have good luck with, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, most of it now is pretty straightforward. And
Yeah.
DIY it, you know, put it on. It does most of the tuning on its own.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's
Here's a question for you, and you guys can think about this too as I ask these questions. 5 things when somebody says a hot rod. What are 5 things that vehicle has to have? First of all, what kind of car?
in my opinion.
And this is your opinion.
Right.
And Doug, you're next.
Oh,
So, okay.
You're not
So,
out of this one. So
what kind of
hot
car?
rod,
What kind of car truck?
I would say, to me, the term doesn't dictate a specific vehicle,
Okay.
but it definitely has to have the right tires in the back.
Okay.
It's got to have
Right.
the right sound.
Okay. So it's got to have stance.
It's got to have the stance. It's
Okay.
got to have the sound.
Got to have the sound.
And
Good.
it's got to be something that brought somebody out. You know,
Yeah.
people put their personal touch on these things.
Yeah.
It's like an extension
Has
of
to have
their
attitude.
attitude.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And a little bit of personality.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean,
So does it have to be high performance? You know, rumble, that kind of thing.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm more of that kind. You know, I like
To me,
the loud and
that
fast.
sounds hot rod. The smooth
Right.
stuff is more of a street vehicle.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with it.
Okay. How about interior? How about
Interior,
Does
I'm
it
pretty
matter?
simple myself. No, as
Yeah.
long as it can look like that.
Yeah.
You know, I like it.
As a
It can
hot
look
rod,
like this,
sure.
I like it. But yeah, a hot rod, it's got the look. It's got
Yeah.
a certain just aura about it. You walk
Yeah.
up to it, it doesn't look something like this. You know, you might
Yeah.
have some.
Oh no, this is a cruiser. This is a street
Right.
machine. Yeah.
Right, definitely. But I mean, it's hard to explain to me. I'm
Oh
more of
no,
like
no, you're
a
hitting it right on the
visceral
head,
guy,
and I'm sure
like-
everybody's in agreement with it.
right, like
Yeah.
it's something that
'Cause
you
everybody's
can't
sitting there going, well-
always put your finger on.
Yeah.
But you know, you look at a car and you're like, that's a hot rod.
Okay. So now, if you were to pick a
But
hot rod, this is your hot rod.
classic hot rod.
Yeah. What would
I'd
it be?
probably have. I'd probably take a '56 Chevy two-door
Nice.
car, flat black,
Yeah.
understated wheels.
Good choice. I absolutely see it in my
Something
head.
simple, maybe a mag,
Yeah.
maybe a smoothie,
Like the American Graffiti car.
two-lane blacktop.
Yeah,
even.
exactly,
You
yeah.
know, that's more my style. My stuff's a little more rough around the edges, but
Yeah.
it goes down the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just my '56 Chevy is probably my top tier dream car.
Yeah.
Just to have one.
Yeah. I like the
However I can
56
get
as
it.
well. Yeah.
They look menacing.
Absolutely.
They just got that look. All black, of course. Black's probably my
Yeah.
top color choice.
Flat
on
black or
those
gloss, or does it matter?
things. It would matter on the vehicle, I guess. You
Yeah.
know, it just depends on how it kind of looks when you get it together.
Uh huh.
Because some cars look good in gloss, some look good with a matte black.
Yeah.
That truck probably wouldn't be as appealing in a flat black with what
Yeah.
he's got going on.
Oh no. Yeah.
But then you turn around and you see another
Very
car
nice.
that's low gloss or a matte finish.
Doug, how about you? What's your hot rod? What would you drive?
Well, I currently drive a 55 5-window first series
Nice.
truck.
Yeah.
Let me get over here so the mic can hear me. But my all-time favorite was the 34 Ford Cabriolet.
Oh, listen to
Street
you, the
rod.
cabriolet.
I love
It's
those.
a cabriolet.
I just love those. Those were my
Yeah.
favorites. And everybody talks about the 32s, but I just like that swept front,
Yeah.
grill.
Yeah.
That was always so appealing.
Yeah. 33s and 34s
And
are
it was
cool.
so gangster.
Oh yeah, definitely. Suicide doors, all
Gangster
the cool
stuff.
stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
gangster look was all about that. So, yeah. Well, let's continue with the interview of Stacy because he's been interviewing you.
Yeah,
mostly.
yeah. He flipped
I
around
love to
on
hear
us.
what he's talking about. or what
And
he's
I'm
into.
thrilled. I mean, we could talk about anything. I really wouldn't care. So, I've been watching you on trucks and
Yeah.
gears for quite a while, and you've always been in the industry. What got you into it? Like, where did it really begin for you?
Wow. Well, I was always into cars.
Yeah.
Always. I mean, from my earliest memories,
Right.
Hot Wheels, Matchboxes. I was just tractors, bulldozers, anything with a motor. I mean, just if it's got track, I'm a huge tracked vehicle. I've got several tanks there at the house, all
Right.
kinds of crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You know, so I was always into just mechanical things,
Right.
and it just always went from there.
Yeah.
You know, growing up, it went into hot rods. You know, when I first saw like American Graffiti, Two-Lane Blacktop, and all these things, I was like, oh my gosh, that world! What is that world?
Right, yeah.
And my dad was a cop. He's like, you don't want anything to do with that
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
So he and I were always, you know,
Yeah.
at odds with that
Wow.
because I was the hot rod guy.
Right.
So
Heck yeah. Well, it translates through
Yeah.
your productions. I mean, you're down to earth, you're knowledgeable, you're skilled.
Well,
you're
thank
just an
you.
all-around good guy. And
I
like
appreciate
that's
that.
probably what came across to me being
Yeah.
younger and staying with it over the years and stuff. And it's good to get out here and see
Yeah.
that you can really get into some cool stuff
Yeah.
with this industry.
You know, that's the big thing too. I see that a lot of people, get into this and think they have to spend a lot of money.
Right.
And you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can have a lot of fun doing something really reasonable. But having them find the right area. You know,
Right.
if you get in there and you start looking at this stuff, yeah, and you think this is where you have to go
It's
entry level,
Easily defeatable.
oh gosh,
you're
gonna-
talk yourself out of it.
you're going to
real
end up divorced and all kinds of stuff.
quick. Yeah.
You know, so it's like you need to get out there, do something to your skill level.
Yeah.
You know, and do that kind of thing. And then you'll have a great time, and then you'll move on to the next levels. And some guys, you know, I know a lot of guys that are just great engineers, can build high quality vehicles, and all they build is rat rods
Right.
because it's totally simple,
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't have to have all precision here. So
Right. Yeah.
to each their own on that. So
Really, yeah. I mean, yeah, because I've seen a little bit of it all, working on various cars through that car lot. You know, they buy
yeah.
from private parties, they buy from auctions, and you're getting family history in some of these
Yeah.
vehicles as well, and you can kind of look it over and you can see what they've gone through, and
oh yeah,
kind of tell yourself a little story about the ownership of the vehicle through what they've had to do to keep it on the road.
oh yeah,
And then you start
yeah.
looking behind the scenes, and you start seeing a little more of this and that. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, I see a little more what happened.
yeah. I
to
tell
this.
people all the time, these things will talk to you if
They
you let
really
them.
will. Oh,
They're
yeah.
screaming
Mhm.
if you'll listen.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, yeah, it looks really good. It's like, oh, no, trust me. You can follow the lines of the wreckage. You can
Right.
see how somebody used tools to pull them. You see
Right.
bad body work. You see
Mhm.
how somebody has jerry-rigged a
Right.
hinge.
Some
You know,
engineering.
if you understand
Right.
that. And a lot of guys don't look at that. That's the biggest problem that people run into at these big auctions like Mecum or Barrett Jackson. You have 20 seconds to look a vehicle over.
Right.
Man, you better be able to read that thing.
You better know what you're looking for.
Yeah, and they don't. They're like, oh, well, it's shiny.
Right.
It's like,
yeah.
shiny gets you in trouble if you're not
Mhm.
careful.
It
So-
can, yeah, definitely. I used to work for a
I
guy.
always tell my wife, don't buy a car just because it's pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
You don't buy it by the color. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's what she
For
does.
real.
But it's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So what do you think, man? Did you enjoy your editing or your interview?
I have enjoyed this thoroughly.
Well, good.
I
I have
appreciate
too,
your
man.
time. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
I got to meet you.
You
It's been a
too.
pleasure. Hope we can do some more.
Yeah,
Just
you'll need
some
to come by
chatting.
the shop in
Definitely
Nashville,
gonna have to
man.
come check it out. What are you
Yeah.
guys working on currently?
Oh, my gosh.
I know you got
I've
something.
probably
going
got anywhere from 7 to 15 vehicles,
on.
you know, in various stages. And
doing what you
always
can
things
when you
rolling
can.
in.
Yeah.
But I've got some street rods. I've
Yeah.
got some hot rods. I've got some kit cars, sports cars,
Yeah.
exotics. Getting ready to do a replica of a McLaren, like a
Oh,
70s
nice.
McLaren. I'm into mid-engine stuff too. I mean,
Wow.
I'm into all that
You're
stuff
on-
too.
yeah.
A lot of guys that come
A
up and
lot
go,
of people would never know.
"You're into sports cars? You're like the truck guy." It's like, oh, trust me. I grew up working on Panteras and stuff because
Right.
as a kid,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
You know,
That's-
so I like everything.
I was probably 3 or 4. One of the earliest memories I have, a family friend had a Pantera.
Oh gosh.
He used to sit in his yard, you know,
Yeah.
and I'd go over there as a kid. He'd let me sit in the car and pretend I was driving.
Oh, that
So,
was
like,
it.
The gated shifter, the gauge bezels, the leather. I remember.
Look at
all
that. See, you
vividly.
never forget it.
Yeah, you never
It's a-
do, and then it just sticks with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And then Dad had a couple old trucks when I was young, just enough to get me involved in it. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
just take off with it. So I've kind of made that my lifestyle for the
Yeah.
last, I don't know, 15 years or so, just dedicated to cars because I've done a lot of different things, but
Yeah.
none as much of that I can enjoy so much as
Yeah.
working with cars, working with different people, getting to meet great people,
Yeah.
making new friends, a lot of friends for life.
Oh,
afterwards,
this industry, it is a big family.
it really is.
You know,
And-
there's those parts, just like with the family, it's like, oh, that one.
yeah,
But
everybody's
for the
got
most
one.
part, there's some great, it's
Yeah.
just a great world to be involved in.
It really is.
And they'll do anything for you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
any of these guys.
we were
just found
saved.
that out.
Yeah.
We were saved today by
Yeah.
just a couple of other people just here for the show. You
Mhm.
know, we're out of battery life. Hooked us up, let
Oh,
us
yeah.
charge up, gave us a ride around, gave us some bottled water. You know,
Yeah.
pretty much reset us for the second half of the day
Yeah.
here. So
That's awesome.
shout out to the Illinois C10 Club for that.
Illinois C10 Club,
Bringing
yes.
it through here enabled us to meet Stacy today
Yes.
and give you this great interview. So happy all around.
Sounds good, man. It's been great.
It has been a pleasure.
All right.
Thank you, sir.